So then guys, if you're in line to get yourself the new MacBook Neo, you might want to wait just a little bit longer because the new MacBook Neo 2 is also on its way already. And that's right guys, today I want to go over all the leaks and rumors that we've been hearing about to the MacBook Neo, the successor to the new MacBook device or product that we have from Apple, only just got released a couple of months ago. Now, just to tell you about the current MacBook Neo, it has been a huge success. The MacBook Neo is sold out in lots of places. In fact, even on Apple's website right now, to pre-order a MacBook Neo, you might not even get it till the end of May or beginning of June time. And other shops that had stacks of MacBook Neos piled up in their warehouse, they're starting to get a little bit dry now, asking Apple for, some new kind of MacBooks to be sent to them, and they're beginning to run out too because they're so popular. And the main reason why the MacBook Neo is so popular out there is all to do with its price and quality and everything that you get with it. The MacBook Neo starts out at $599 US or $499 US if you've got the educator's discount. And for what you get a lot for your money. You get an amazing LED display on this. Really great, really bright with it, really great viewing angles with it too. Also, the design of this whole MacBook is completely aluminium or aluminum, depending where you're in the world. So it's a real premium product design. The keyboard feels great, just as good as say as a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro's kind of keyboard out there. And also the likes of the bar at the bottom here, the actual, trackpad, that is also really great too. It feels really, really premium with that. We've also got some good speakers on the side, and we've also got two USB-C ports. But the main driver behind this is that it actually also runs an older iPhone chip, and this is the A18 Pro. Very similar to what we got with the iPhone 16 Pro models. The only difference is it's missing one of its GPU cores this time around. It's only got a 5-core GPU, but it still does have the same 6-core CPUs or 4 efficiency cores and 2 performance cores. But the other cool thing is that it also has some amazing colors, as you can see here, like the citrus. We've also got the blue, the blush color, and it's been absolutely amazing. It has been a real great sale for this MacBook. But like I said, Apple are already working on the next generation of the MacBook Neo 2. Now, the first thing I want to get across to you guys straight away is with the MacBook Neo 2, do not expect significant changes with the actual design. If you've been hearing from other bloggers out there or YouTubers who have been saying things like you're going to get an under screen or under keyboard, kind of lit up keyboard that's going to light up, it's not going to happen. Or haptic kind of touch bar here at the bottom. No, the trackpad is not going to become haptic like the MacBook Air or the MacBook Pro. The design of it is not going to get bigger or smaller. It's going to be exactly the same design as we have right now. The battery will be exactly the same too, and most likely the 2 USB ports on the side, USB-C ports, will be the same. So this will be a USB 2.0 port and also a USB 3 port here on the side. So just want to make that clear right away. This is not changing in its overall design. Think of it like what Apple have been doing with the current MacBook Air and the MacBook Pros and the Mac Mini, for example, and other devices out there, that they've just basically updated the chip inside but kept everything else exactly the same. The only one thing that Apple could potentially do for the design is just introduce a new color, like a new green color, for example. This is something what Apple could do for the next MacBook Neo 2. So, just quickly, Whisperflow, the sponsor of today's video, is a voice-to-text tool unlike any other. Something else I've been using Whisperflow for is writing prompts inside ChatGPT, and this is where it's made one of the biggest differences to my workflow. Normally when I'm writing a proper detailed prompt, I'm sitting there typing everything out manually, going back, rewording things, fixing mistakes, and it can easily take a few minutes just to get it right. Whisperflow is much quicker and more accurate than native voice-to-text tools, and all I do is press this hotkey and speak naturally.
Create a detailed YouTube video script for a 6-month review of the iPhone 17 Pro Max and include an intro hook, key sections covering design changes, performance improvements, camera upgrades, and battery life. Also, include a comparison to the previous model and a final verdict section. Actually, no. Also include 5 key takeaways at the end and make the tone engaging but informative. Add a section called Key Points. 1. Design changes. 2. Performance. 3. Camera. 4. Battery life.
And instantly, Whisperflow writes that entire prompt perfectly inside ChatGPT. It removes the filler words, handles that self-correction properly, and even formats things like lists automatically. And this is where it really stands out, because instead of typing, stopping, and fixing everything manually like you would with normal dictation, I can just talk naturally and it understands what I mean the first time. That means I can create better prompts in seconds instead of minutes, and that directly translates into better results. It also works across all devices and apps, so I can use this exact same workflow anywhere I normally type. So, if you want to try Whisperflow yourself, use my link below and you'll get an extra free month of Whisperflow Pro using promo code MATTALKS. So check that out right now. But moving on then from this then, what changes then could we actually see with the MacBook Neo 2? Well, I think there's a number of things that could be changing. And that is, first of all, the biggest one is all to do with the chip inside. Right now, we do have the A18 Pro. And like I said, it is really, really great to have this. It's very powerful because in single core performance, it's on level between M3 and M4 in single core performance. And then in multi-core performance, it actually outbeats, an M1 in multi-core performance and actually gets close to an M2 baseline, what we had in like the MacBook Air some years ago with the M2 chip then. It gets close to that in its performance in multi-core performance. So it's absolutely crazy to have that inside of this device, and yet such a low price point for it too. But the A19 Pro, more than likely, this is going to push the bar even further. In single core performance, we are probably going to see big increases here. What's going to happen is single core performance will probably be somewhere between M4 to M5 in single core performance, what is absolutely stunning to get that, remember, inside this form factor and that pricing. And then multi-core performance, more than likely it will be on par with an M2 sort of chip in multi-core performance, or even slightly more powerful than that. So that is going to be absolutely great to get this. But what also goes alongside this with the likes of the A19 Pro, like we've got right now, and that is we do get 12 gigabytes of RAM, and this would be a significant upgrade inside of this. A lot of you guys are thrown off with the MacBook Neo that it only has the likes of 8 gigabytes of RAM. It does use shared kind of memory swapping with its NAND chips on board, and it does a very good job of that, because at the end of the day, what this MacBook's designed for, it's not designed for heavy kind of processing jobs or eating up lots of RAM for AI and things like that. It is for that kind of light sort of browsing experience. It does a good job there, but having that extra 50% more RAM, going up from 8 gigs to 12 gigs, that is really going to help out this time around. So this is going to be a big boost with it. And I think this is going to sell super well, probably even better than the MacBook Neo that we have right now because of the upgrade we're going to get there. So this is really going to help out. The other thing with the A19 Pro what's also going to help is also with the likes of efficiency too. I don't think the actual official, ball mark of how much battery life we get with this MacBook right now in the Neo is going to go up by a couple more hours or anything. But I think, if where we are right now, we can get up to say 14 hours with this one, it would probably be more like closer to 15 hours, whereas this one's at the lower end of the 14. This would be at the higher end of the 14 hour, if that makes sense there. So you would actually see an increase in battery life, but day to day, you probably wouldn't notice it too much, but you know that there is definitely an increase there. But really guys, apart from this, there's probably not going to be anything else what's going to change. Apple will probably also still retain the pricing as well with this. So again, this will still start at $599 US, but for $100 more, you could probably get the 512GB model and also Touch ID. And then obviously, if you do use the educator's discount, it would bring down either of these prices down by $100. So yeah, that is probably also going to stay the same. But really guys, the other thing to talk about is the actual release time. When is this most likely going to come out? Well, because of the success with the current MacBook Neo, it's probably more likely that the next one's going to be around the same time next year. So we're talking about spring 2027. And this would be, I would say, the absolute earliest we will see the upgrade to the MacBook Neo. Don't forget, we need the A18 Pro chip to come out first of all in the new kind of iPhones this year before they, put that older chip inside of the MacBook Neo. So yeah, just remember that's got to happen first. So the absolute earliest would be them, or the kind of the later sort of time could even be fall of 2027. Apple might just update this every kind of 18 months instead, potentially. So yeah, that next time we could see it upgraded, the other angle would be kind of October, maybe November 2027. But really guys, that is the latest and greatest we have on the new MacBook Neo 2. Are you excited for it? Are you going to wait out for one? Well, let me know in the comments below. And on that note as well guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.